All right. Oh, gotta move the mic away. Hopefully, I didn't just blow out your guys' ears. All right, so this is their vision for the future. RuneScape Dragonwilds. This is their new roadmap. Has a little bit of stuff in here. I've seen a little bit. It's a little longer, so um, yeah. Let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna go down here. They're not going anywhere except deeper into Ashenfall and beyond and beyond. So we'll see what happens there. This is pretty much to tell us that they are working on things, and yeah. So let's jump into the about right here. Will they or won't they? We've seen a few comments online that express a worry from players that we kicked this game out the door and sent it into the wilderness to get PK'd or worse forgotten. I've heard some people say it felt, yeah. So worry that we'd abandon Dragonwilds without improvements to the experience, without shipping additional meaningful content, and that we'd instead bank our gold like vile treasure goblins. The wording is is great. Um, so it's not a weird conclusion if we don't hear anything to the contrary. So let's get into this. Looks like they're going into a bunch of stuff. By late 2016, they want to have 1.0 out. Okay. So let's check out their little map here. Obviously, Magic Skill just came out on the 17th. I'm recording this the 18th. I'm a few days late to this little post, so my apologies. All right, so we got a release date for Ranged, which is September 9th. Um, I I feel like that's really far away for this to be released now. I understand they're like doing the quarterly updates, um, but I don't know. That just seems like it's really far away. I mean, it's only a couple months, but just for this update till the next update it seems a little lengthy. Then in December we'll release our first bigger update, Fell Hollow. All right, together with farming and steel. All right, cool. So let's look at this down here. All right, so point 0.9 September 9th for ranged. We just got 0.8 that has magic. So let's look here. December 2025. They want to drop Fell Hollow with farming skill and steel armor. Okay. So are we gonna have equivalent drops at that same time for magic and range armor sets? I'm very curious to see if they say anything about that here. Quarter 1 2026, they want to do Daw Done Reach. It looks like I'm assuming these are quests under it right here. So sorry about that if I missed that. I'm wondering if that's what that means. I would assume that's what it means. But this has Madness of Zamorak under it. All right. And it's supposed to have fishing and then mithril. And then we have Quarter 2 2026, Umbral Sands, Fire of Fuzan, Prayer, and Adamant Armor. So Prayer, I'm curious how they're gonna do this. Are we gonna have just like protection prayers or like or what? I'm curious. There's so many ways they could do this. Are we gonna get ancient? Are we gonna get eh, you know, ancient prayers are pretty cool, right? I mean, I don't know. I I don't know. I can't I don't understand. I don't know how they're gonna do prayer. I don't know. It's crazy. Like there's so many things they could do with that. I'm not gonna get into it in this video. Maybe when it gets closer, we'll do like brainstorming on skills. So we got Quarter 3 of 2026. We have Scorned Wilderness. Is this gonna be wilds like wildy? I don't know. Rage of Cauldra is under it, and then we get agility and runite. No. Agility. Agility. I'm also curious to see how they're gonna do agility. I am very curious. I don't know. I just feel like this game, prayer, agility, maybe a couple other skills, is gonna be like interesting to see how they incorporate it in. I mean, agility for shortcuts, I guess that would be cool, but is there really any need for shortcuts when you can like just jump any gaps, you can uh crouch, other things like that. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. And then Rune Knight, like I was stating, I am curious to see if we get magic and range gear that's equivalent to these armor sets. And then End of 2026, more platforms. 2027, Shadows of Ashenfall. So yeah, I guess we'll see what goes there. Um, we will invest heavily in our team size and skill set to deliver on these updates, and we want to secure a stable, reliable foundation for how we take on the development of all of our updates for the foreseeable future. Okay. That means we're sticking to original plan with quarterly updates. Yep. Quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, yada yada. Um, does not include patches, hotfixes, and the like, which will typically follow these updates at regular checkpoints. Okay, so we are going to get updates between there, but it's not going to be like anything big, it sounds like. And the downtime between those, we're aiming to continue to talk, share our work, and keep you updated. All right, cool, cool. Beyond our 1.0 full launch, cadence may change, but we're holding ourselves to this structure for this chapter of our timeline. This is the start of our journey. We understand your fears and we share your hopes for our success. Okay, so yeah, my fear mainly is prayer and I don't know. I don't know. And I'm hoping they can keep these updates the way they are. But we'll see. Hopefully we can get these skills all in each one. So, but we'll see, I guess. Showing more of our work towards the Q3 release closer to the time. Okay. 0.10 will be launching at the end of the year with Fell Hollow. All right. So these are areas. So yeah. I so our next big patch. Sorry if I peeked the mic there. I did say big a little. Yeah. Is Fell Hollow. I feel like that's really far away. Like really far away. That's pretty much half a year till our next big update. So, man, I'm gonna have to find some new games to fill. Yeah, I already have plans. So we are gonna have the hard mode series, like I said, and then we're gonna have other games. So okay, so let's go over here from Mod Rook, creative director. This launched at EA. Players have begun their journey across Ashenfall. This is dangerous untamed continent far from the lands once what's new. Here, dragons rule, which is cool. So far, you face Dragon Lords Volgar. Powerful opening chapter of much larger saga. Okay, each region you explore brings you closer to Queen Cauldra. Along the way, you will face more of her dragon gosh, I can't talk. Vassals. Uncover lost history and meet key characters who guide your journey. With every new chapter, the stakes rise. Dragonwilds is built to evolve. Each expansion introduces new regions, new skills, and level cap increases. Survival mechanics, gear tiers, enemies, creatures, and quest lines that expand the world and drive the story forward. Okay, cool. What's coming next? The road to to version 1.0. Gosh, I can't talk. Expansion 1 will be Fell Hollow. All right, so let's see here. This says releasing December 2025. I don't know why they put it in this black. Did they not want people to see that? Like it's just black text. Cannot see it on here unless you're like at a certain spot. All right, so they don't want rust here, and neither can you. Amaru, an undead blue dragon overlord, has drenched the land in a wither rot. Fell Hollow is a place of bones, skeletons, spooky winds, and a stench of forgotten conflicts. Okay, guided by Death himself. All right, cool. We get Death coming. You'll begin to unreveal the corruption at the heart of this blighted land. New status effects: Soul Rift. All right. Lesser green dragon mini bosses. Okay, so okay. They are doing this. Answers the question. They have literally here what gear is coming, so they are going to do tiers with us. So we get green dragon hide, steel armor, and split bark armor. All right, so we are getting magic and range tiers at equivalent with this. So what we get: blue dragon hide. Oh, they're going to tell us down here. We'll get to that. New weapon type: scimitars. Awesome. New quest line from Death. Farming skill. Coming to expansion one farming lets you grow your own crops, using raised soil beds, proper tools, and a bit of patience. It will be fully integrated into survival loops and base building. Farming is a oh my gosh. I'm sorry guys. I can't talk today. But no, you pretty much raise your crops just like you would in RuneScape, water them, fight crop disease, harvest them from useful herbs to decorative greens. Okay, so it's pretty much, yeah, which would be cool to implement. I might, in the new base I'm building, I might just make a like area for farming for it's ready when it comes out, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, expansion 2. There is the Dowdun Reach. All right, so you'll uncover lost Black Knight stronghold, mine rare resources, and navigate ancient battlegrounds carved into cliff faces. Lesser blue dragons. So this is where you can get mithril, blue dragon hide armor, and mystic robes. All right. Vault base exploration with both interiors and exteriors. Okay, that's interesting. Packed with lure tied to Zamorak. The fall of the continent's Black Knights and their fortress. I'm actually pretty interested in that. That'll be interesting. This is where we get fishing. So you can catch fish, cook fish, crafting for trophies, and then yeah, we won't get too much into that. So what is here? So it is rod, net, and yeah. All right. So I wonder if we'll get like what kind of fish we'll get, I guess. We'll find out. We'll find out when that comes. Expansion 3, Umbral Sands. All right. So warped by a cursed dragonkin tower. The desert bends light and reality. Uzan, the red dragon overlord, has focused with the fire. Oh shit! Did I even talk about whatever boss is here? Oh no, it's just the knights. Sorry. Back to this one. So yeah. So another dragon. This will be a red dragon. Lesser red dragon mini bosses. Heat mechanic. Oh, I hate heat mechanics. I hate heat mechanics. I get it, but I hate them. Gear progression will be adamant, red dragon hide, infinity robes. All right, cool. Narrative arc expands ancient dragon lure alongside another iconic RuneScape character. We'll see how that goes. Prayer. Okay, so I guess they're going to talk about prayer a little bit here. The prayer support skill brings rituals, blessings, and base empowerment. Okay, build altars, make offerings, and channel effects that boost you and your base defenses. You'll bury bones, sacrifice relics, and recharge prayer points through ritual blessing boosts your character and your base, which affects that grow stronger as you level up. It's spiritual power, survival style, and yes, bones still matter. All right, so we're gonna that. It sounds interesting, but I'm not gonna get too much into that until that drops. Expansion 4, Scorn Wilderness, agility. All right, so we got the Queen Cauldron herself, a 5-headed black dragon, the God Eater. Her brood gathers. The sky blackens. The end. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Dragons of every kind roam in this area. Okay. The land itself is hostile. So we're going to be able to fight all the dragons that we previously did for mini bosses in this area. All right, story NPCs offer guidance, but the choices, the costs are yours alone. Elite brutal dragons of all types, including lesser black dragons. Core gear progression will be rune, black dragon hide, wild knight robes. Interesting. I don't know anything about that. Rare resources, base building, and the race for rune knight. Interesting. I wonder why it says a race. A climatic narrative final told through NPC quests, including the debut of another iconic RuneScape character. Oh my gosh. I am tired today. New skill agility. Agility will, okay. Sprint leap and challenge yourself across the world to earn XP and unlock new ways to move. I don't improve stamina. Okay, the stamina, that's nice. Magical movement spells and take on agility routes. No, not agility routes. We're moving on from that. Okay, so honing the core survival systems and stability. While expansions bring the world to life, we're also committed to refining the foundation. Here's some of what we're actively improving. Improving early survival flow. All right, so cooking and food to feel more useful in the opening hours, which better pace and lessen punishing hunger and thirst timers. Yeah. Combat event tuning, ongoing balance passes to improve feel and challenge, especially around Belgar and base rate events. Quality of life upgrades, craft directly from nearby chests. That will be nice. Uh, Better tutorialization. Oh my gosh. I'm massacring this video. If you're watching this, it's a shit show. It's a shit show. All right, so performance optimization, better frame rates, pretty much bug fixing, which is something that always happens. They want to bring more of a RuneScape feel. I understand that. Power progression, ensuring existing and new enemies, gear, and weapons feel properly placed within the game's pacing to feel more akin to RuneScape. Skill gap increase to 99 from 50 that it is over time. I'm assuming helmet plumes. Yes, the plumes are coming. Originally planned for Mithril. Then you made it clear you want them now, so soon. Okay, so we'll keep an eye out for that. More RuneScape flavored quests. Uh, So like the new quests will be that. I don't know if they're gonna introduce new quests besides the ones that I'm assuming that were listed under the updates, but we'll find out. World events with classic chaos. Think evil chicken, think random madness, more of that energy. If they put like an evil chicken in here, as long as it doesn't spawn in my base and I go AFK or something, we're good. uh if you know, you know. Music that feels like home. We're working on more remastered classics. She Shanty 2 is officially in the works. That's cool. That's cool. And beyond. Our immediate focus is delivering on the promises made to you and to ourselves. We set out to create a compelling cooperative survival game full of rich content, shared adventures, and dragons to slay along the way. We want to experience the story we call the Cauldron Saga. It's a tale with a beginning, a middle, and an end. A full arc that leads to a true conclusion. But RuneScape Dragonwilds doesn't end there. That's good. That's good. I'm glad it does not end there. They're gonna support the game to the future sagas and new stories. Also working on something bigger. Well, don't work on something bigger. Work on what you're working on now. You can plan, but don't split your resources too thin. We are exploring ways to expand the core Dragonwilds survival experience with higher player counts. Okay, so they want to give us bigger worlds with bigger people, like amount of players in the world with us. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. I'm pretty much a solo player, so I guess that doesn't really, you know. But maybe in the future. Social interaction, trade, and sandbox fun. That'll be nice. We're codenaming it Shadows of Ashenfall. Still the early days. But yeah. All right. So that's pretty much what we got here. Some things that I'm excited for. I am excited for every one of these little expansions. I'm not excited for agility. I was never a fan of agility in RuneScape. Um, OSRS 3 was not a fan. Still not a fan to this day. Prayer sounds interesting. I'm really interested to see how they implement these defenses. In their previous like newsletter that they dropped, they said something about cannons. I'm interested to see if that's still part of the plan as well. For something, we'll find out. If you don't believe me, go check out my other video. I'll link it here at the end. Pretty much what was coming in the patch that just dropped. They talked about in the future possibility of cannons there. So don't quote me on that. That's just what they said. That could mean anything, honestly. It could be one of those magic defense things from prayer. Who knows? Um, Scimitars, I am looking forward to that. Otherwise, I didn't see any other weapons in here. I was hoping maybe we would get I was hoping with magic there would be like talk about wands and like offhands. So like shield, like magic shield, or even god books of sorts. But make them like dragon books. You know what I'm saying? Like you get what I mean. So, but I don't know. I guess we will see what is coming. This is a great start though. It's every couple months for a big update. That sounds great. I do feel like December's really far off for this. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what's coming with the range skill. If it's gonna be on the 9th, like how this one was for magic, it doesn't really have too much. It's more bug fixes, hard mode, than the defenses. If it's something like that, that's like okay. But I do feel like 6 months away for the December update. Pretty far away. I mean, it's gonna get here pretty fast from whatever time you see this, but as of recording, this is 6 months away. So I don't know. But that's all I really have to say about this. I can't wait to be fishing. Hopefully fishing's hopefully you don't have to reel in every fish constantly, but we'll see. There's gonna be a lot. This and I'll cover all of them when they come out. So but till then, I will catch you on the next one. I'm going to hopefully be having, like I said, a hard mode started this weekend for the channel. And yeah, it might be out. Depending when you watch this video, it's probably already out. But you know. But until then, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. And if you enjoyed the video, please comment and subscribe. If you want to tell me what you're excited for coming up, let me know down below. And we will check it out. Like I said, this whole video was a shit show. I couldn't read half the stuff half the time because I don't know what it is, but I ramble on really fast and too much. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.